Bob Mills Weather Center meteorologist Andrew Adams.
Well, it is a very quiet morning across the state on our Lucky Star Skycam network. You can see it on all our cameras. Blue, 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 a little bit of white behind downtown Oklahoma City there. But you get the picture, a lot of blue sky across the state. It is gorgeous. Even satellite shows the picture. We are very clear across Oklahoma. We had some light showers for a few of us this morning. The thickest clouds moving off to the east, but our next storm system, it's not wasting any time. It's coming in later today. So we'll go ahead and track that as we go throughout the rest of our Saturday ahead. Sunny through noon, and then a few more clouds later this afternoon, and then so many more clouds. We get some thunderstorms in the early evening hours out west, mid to late evening up to the northwest. Now we're looking at 8 o'clock. Still about isolated thunderstorms, and when they are isolated by themselves, when they're discrete supercells, we could get some much larger hail, like tennis or baseball size hail, and perhaps a tornado out of one of these. But as they continue to the east and also to the southeast, we'll notice they form into a line, and when they do that, the obvious concern is going to be the straight line damaging wind gusts, 70 to 80 miles per hour. The backside of this, you notice it's still wet for portions of north central Oklahoma, well, much less windy back there. It's going to be along that leading edge. We get those damaging wind gusts by 2 o'clock. Still some thunderstorm activity around central Oklahoma, but at this point, looks like most of the severe threat would be off to the east. Again, mainly a damaging wind threat. Can't rule out an isolated spin-up tornado on one of these QLCS-type systems, MCSs that comes through. But overall, lowering our rain chances as we go through the overnight period into tomorrow morning. Dad's Day, it's looking real nice for us here across Oklahoma. We're going to clear things out by the afternoon, so that's awesome to see. 89 today. Mostly sunny until later on. We get those thunderstorms overnight, severe storms, and then tomorrow, starting off on the cloudier side and then clearing out more by the afternoon, 85, a comfortable one here across the state. The heat dome, it's still to the south, and overall the pattern has been that we've had systems come around the heat dome, but once we get into next week, we're going to have our heat dome raise a little bit. It's not going to be unbearable. It's not going to be the hottest heat dome we've ever seen, but widespread 90s across the state will be back with us, and the faster jet stream, that northern jet stream, is going to be pulled back to the north. Low pressure in the Pacific Northwest, those systems will not be able to budge down into Oklahoma, so we quiet down a lot this week and heat up. Look how many more 90s we have in Oklahoma City through the 9-day. Once we get Monday all the way through next weekend, we're heating things up. A lot of sunshine here across Oklahoma, like we've looked at. Integris Cam is showing it nicely on our Lucky Star Skycam network. It is 76 degrees right now and warmer for many others. 82 in Chickasha, 80 down in Washington and Altus. It is even warmer now in the northwest. They are in the lower 70s. They were in the 60s for much of the show this morning. 89 this afternoon, Oklahoma City. Some low to even up into the mid-90s for western and southwestern Oklahoma, with upper 80s still to the northwest. Rain chances don't do much this afternoon. Maybe out in the panhandle. It's this evening before 10 p.m. that we'll see those thunderstorms develop, eventually become more widespread, and continue to move off to the east and develop potentially down to the southeast as well. So 100% chance of storms through the overnight. The chance for severe storms, it is elevated for us today. Baseball-sized hail up to the northwest is possible. Isolated tornado can't be ruled out. The wind gusts will be stronger once that system lines out as we go through the overnight and we get more numerous severe storms. The hail sizes, I expect by that point to go down just a little bit. The tornado threat still on the low end, but something we'll need to watch in Oklahoma City as that line advances into central Oklahoma. But when the storms are by themselves up in northwest Oklahoma, that is an indication for me for better chances for a tornado, also better chances for much larger hail. Still up to golf balls here across the city, definitely not out of the realm of possibility. Wind gusts 70 to 80 along where these storms go as they spread off to the east, and overnight once we dry out, cool off into the lower 60s, upper 50s out in the northwest and panhandle, and then mid 80s for most of us tomorrow, with a couple 90s down in southwestern Oklahoma. And now we're heating things up. It's already summer. I just want to point that out, but the summer solstice is Wednesday, and it's going to feel like it.
I can already feel the sweat dripping down my face.